Yeah, intriguing, the word John uses there. I think that's a polite word for it. And after, 82, 83 minutes of action, we're almost back where we started, albeit that Bristol do take that 1 point lead into the second leg next Friday evening at Ashton Gates. And I put it to you, Shane Horgan, that Pat Lam said his selection and his approach today would be a horses for courses view, and he's been proven correct, or he's got the job. His team got the job done.
He's been perfectly vindicated. I'm not sure how much, whether it was by good luck or good management, but the one moment of class in the entire game came from the one player that was class in the entire game. He came on, Radradra, took a beautiful short line off a decent scrum ball and finished extremely well. There were multiple opportunities for Sale Sharks in that game. They were the more dominant team. There was plenty of options for them to score tries, but too often, like, the ball went down. And even that last play there was a beautiful overlap. I think it was probably about a 3-on-1. Ball goes to Sam James, who's a centre, and he throws it on the ground. And that was really the story of the game. When there was opportunities, they were wasted by Sale, and it's costly for them because Bristol are now in a very good position going into the game next week, and they'll be buoyed. But I'm not even sure if they expected the team selection sort of was a bit of a suck it and see. Or will we be in this game at half time, make a few changes, bring on a few big guns? They secured a win, and now they're in good shape. And it's funny, momentum can build up over this championship as well. And they get a good performance, all of a sudden you're in a quarter final, and then you think this is live for us. It's worth committing to this tournament.
And I think, to be fair to Bristol, they have a squad of players that can actually switch it on and really compete in this competition if they wanted to. The Bristol of this year versus the Bristol of last year, there is a stark difference. But they still have the same squad, and they're some of the best players in the world. So, we should really be expecting a huge amount more from them.
The rugby public and the players and coaches and fans, I'm sure, are still trying to figure out what impact this two-legged aspect has to it, Rob. Like, just with the psychology of it, like, it was a poor quality game today. Like, do you think there was any sense that the players felt the game almost like was in a bit of a holding pattern, that it was more about not losing heavily today?
Yeah, I think so, because, there's no real reward for winning the game, as opposed to just being a few points ahead for next week, which is the critical one. And, to be fair, Alan Quinlan summed it up pretty well. He said this is just half time now. And it is, but it very much looked like two teams who, were almost trying to damage limitation a little bit, just try and get through to next week for the big one.
Almost definitely, whatever about Sale, they had greater motivation to win, to try things. And we did see them probably try a little bit more. For a Pat Lam team to play so conservatively is unexpected. For them to kick so much is unexpected. For them to make so many errors is unexpected as well. But I think that mentality of the two legs, and if we just get through this game, even sneaking a win, I'm not sure if they necessarily thought they'd sneak a win. They sneaked a win. 1 point only, but that's not really the story, as Rob said. It's not the win, it's the fact they're not behind going into their home fixture.
And it was interesting, Dupree stood up to take a penalty in the 77th minute for Sale. They were behind by 4 at the time, and maybe if it was a case where you need to win the game, you kick to the corner and you try and get a try out of it, but he took the points and they go away and they say, well, look, it's only a 1 point deficit.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a Sale team who don't score a huge amount of tries. So, they were probably quite aware of the fact that if they did go to the corner, the chance of getting 5 points were pretty slim. Let's try and take the 3 and narrow that deficit for the following week.
And I imagine both teams are saying, well, we can't deliver that bad a performance next week either, because they were shocking. Like, the skill level was really, really poor. Like, two of the best players are the nines for each team, Harry Randall and Faf de Klerk. They both have really poor games. And Harry Randall is, the next big hope for England at halfback. His a lot of passing on the ground, couple into the stand. Faf de Klerk was just poor all around game. Options were not good, passing wasn't good, dropped some balls, kicked at the wrong time. So you got to think But whatever happens, both those players can't deliver as bad again.
And I would presume, like, you've both been in that situation umpteen times, that after not with the,
Rob especially,
not with the misplaced passes and but I mean after a Six Nations and it's into the business end of the club season, first knockout round of Europe comes along, and you would think everybody's raising their game and nailing everything. And that would be the vibe.
Yeah, but you should be. And at the start of the show, we spoke a little bit about last night's game and how well the international players came back into the club fold and perform really well. That's what you expect from your international players, and they didn't deliver that. And they're sort of the guys responsible for bringing up the overall standard of the game on show. And they had a massive contribution to how poor that game was.
To the level that we saw.